to today's Vehicle Visionary. My name is Tom Tompkins, the founder and host of Vehicle Visionary. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please be sure to do so because I have a lot of great content coming, including today's review of the 2019 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1. Today, I'm at Red River Chevrolet in Bossier City, Louisiana, and I would like to thank my friend Diane for such an incredible opportunity to review this amazing car. So let's get started. The 2019 ZR1 Corvette is definitely a one-of-a-kind. It is not only the most expensive Corvette ever built, it is the most powerful Corvette ever built, and as you're going to find out in just a little while, it is also the loudest Corvette ever built. So let's start off with our exterior review, starting right here with the front end. With all of the vents, there's 3 air vents here on the very front end, right above this amazing splitter, the front splitter that you get with this particular package of the ZR1. Cooling in this Corvette is better than it has ever been before. I'll tell you what, the engineers at GM hit a home run. Not only is cooling improved through these 3 air vents, air ducts on the front end of the car, there are also 13 heat exchangers. Cooling in this Corvette is better than it's ever been in any previous model before. And as we start to look under the hood, you're going to find out why that is so important. When I mention the fact that this is the most powerful Corvette that has ever been built, I'm not kidding about that. The 6.2-liter supercharged V8 puts out 755 horsepower and 715 foot-pounds of torque. The supercharger is 2.65 liters by itself. That's why there's actually this hole cut in the hood. If you look at previous generations of Corvettes that had supercharged engines, you'll notice that this hood is very different. If it wasn't for this hood being completely redesigned, the hood would not close over this much larger supercharger compared to what previous models have had. Honestly, I think that makes the 2019 ZR1 look so much better than any Corvette that has ever been made before. Now that's my opinion, but I really like the menacing look that having this supercharger sitting up out of the hood actually gives the car. Which, by the way, the 2019 ZR1 Corvette also features a drivetrain that is actually sitting 3 inches higher. The engine is actually 3 inches higher than previous models. Another interesting fact about this absolutely amazing car. And this car gets good traction. That's why the 0 to 60 is 2.85 seconds. That is absolutely incredible. In fact, that is faster than a lot of other supercars. And yes, this particular Corvette is definitely labeled as a supercar, but it will outrun many of the other supercars on the road, outrun, out-accelerate. The quarter-mile times on this car are in the 1060 range at 134 miles per hour. And the fact that this car will run 134 miles per hour in the quarter mile tells me a lot about the top end of this car, because that kind of a speed is actually more equal to a high 9-second time, somewhere between, say, 985 and 10 flat. That speaks volumes about how fast this 3,500-pound Corvette really is. Now, as we work our way down the side of the ZR1, you're going to notice some incredible carbon fiber accents. Now, all of these air ducts that are the carbon fiber accents are functional, from letting air out from the front end that keeps the vehicle stable at high speeds, because at a higher speed there's a lot of air pressing up on the car from underneath, and so the vent that's on the very front left fender of the car, that actually releases air and increases downforce. That provides stability when you're driving at the top speed that this car can run of 212 miles per hour. There's also ducts for cooling the brakes as well. The engineers again hit a home run with the 2019 ZR1 Corvette. Moving on to the back end of the 2019 ZR1, this incredible carbon fiber wing definitely catches your attention. And there's actually two different options for the wing on the back of this particular model of car. This is actually the taller version. There is a short version that actually sits much lower. It has a lower set of struts compared to what you see right here. This particular version, the tall version, actually increases downforce by 60% on this particular Corvette when compared to the current model of the Z06. There is also a 5-degree adjustment available as well. Like I said, 212 miles per hour as a top speed on this car. You definitely want all of the downforce that you can get. Moving a little bit lower on the back end, check out this amazing quad tip exhaust. And I'll tell you something very interesting about what happens with the quad tip exhaust. Unfortunately, I won't be able to show it to you tonight. Maybe in a future video we can do that. But under full acceleration, unlike a lot of other supercars out there that will actually create a blue flame out of the tailpipes, when you let your foot off the gas pedal, you basically have to hit it and let off of it, hit it and let off of it, and it'll start actually throwing flames. Not in this case. It's actually a continual blue flame under full acceleration, kind of like a rocket ship, which is basically what this actually is. Moving on to the trunk of the Corvette, the space is absolutely incredible. If you want to take a trip with your 2019 ZR1 Corvette, you have 15 cubic feet of space to store anything you want to take. That's right, 15 cubic feet. It's absolutely incredible what you have. Now, obviously, this is a stunning car on the outside. The exterior is gorgeous. But the real business takes place on the interior. Let's take a look. Now, obviously, this is the business end of this amazing Corvette. And the interior is absolutely upscale. It's very luxurious. It's filled with carbon fiber. It's filled with leather. It's filled with Alcantara. The headliner is actually absolutely incredible. It's Alcantara, very beautiful red stitching with black. And I mean, you can't beat the engineering and the fit and finish of this amazing car. I love the carbon fiber on the steering wheel. It also has leather on the sides right here and the flat bottom. I really like the way that looks. You also have paddle shifters. Obviously everything up here is pretty simple and self-explanatory, but there's also some modes that this car has that I think will make you very happy when you buy your 2019 ZR1 Corvette. In fact, there's Touring, there's Sport, and of course there's Track. And it's very interesting when you start to change the modes. There's a dial right here on the center console that allows you to do that, but you can also make several changes to what the car is doing in each mode. You can basically customize it for what you want. You can customize how it shifts, the suspension settings, everything you could possibly want depending on what you're doing. If you're just driving to and from work and you want to use touring mode, that's fine. If you're taking a road trip, or if you want to put it in sport mode and drive a little bit faster, there are many available functions to change there as well. And of course, there's track mode, my favorite. Now, just looking down through the interior, of course, this particular model has the automatic 8-speed transmission, or you can also get the 7-speed manual. As you saw earlier, right here is your switch for going between modes, between touring, sport, and track. And you have a couple of cup holders that are hidden away right here. You can just open that little compartment right there to have that open up. Everything else is really very simple, very self-explanatory. The infotainment system is very easy to use. All of your buttons and switches and everything for the air conditioner and all that good stuff is located right there. Of course, the 2 paddle shifters that you can also use when you're driving the Corvette. And to get out, instead of actually having a door handle, you just have a button right here that you just push, and the door opens right up. It's a nice wide opening, so it's very easy to get in and out of. And before we end our time with the incredible 2019 ZR1 Corvette, I do want to share one more little bit of information with you about the interior of the car. There actually is the ability to record your track times if you're making laps at the racetrack, or if you're making runs down the drag strip. You can actually store and record your numbers so you can keep up with that data. But what's even better than that is this car will record not only video but audio as well. So when you're driving around, or maybe you have somebody in the car with you and you just want to kind of get their reaction to riding in a 755 horsepower ZR1 Corvette for the first time, well, it's pretty easy to do that. But on top of that, there's also Valet Mode, which automatically records the audio and the video of what is taking place. Whether it's the valet not knowing what to say about the car, or maybe they don't drive it like they should. Hopefully they don't do any damage or anything like that. But you have the added assurance of those incredible features. So that's it for today's video. Again, I would like to thank Diane at Red River Chevrolet in Bossier City, Louisiana, and the entire staff here for giving me this incredible opportunity to spend some time with this incredible car. I'm sure we're going to have more videos coming in the very near future from Red River Chevrolet. If you'd like to know more about Red River Chevrolet, if you live in or around the Northwest Louisiana area, Bossier City, Shreveport, even East Texas or Southwest Arkansas, the website for their company is on the screen right now. Make sure to check them out if you're looking for an awesome Corvette to buy. They have several here in the showroom. Diane would be happy to talk with you. Make sure to ask for her by name, Diane Walden. And I will see you next time on Vehicle Visionary. Thanks for taking the time to watch, guys. Have a great day.